welcome to our latest episode of the Burnley Career Mode, and we devote this episode to the first cup final of the season. It's the Capital One Cup final, the League Cup final. We take on Manuel Pellegrini's Manchester City, who are in sixth place at the moment in the league. Let's tell you how both sides have got this far to the final, because I think it's important that we do tell you what happened. And for that we'll have to start as far as round 2. Burnley beat Blackburn Rovers in their opening game. I think there were two, and they struggled at some point in that game as well. Believe it or not, they were 2-0 down and came back and won. Did Manchester City kick off their I don't think Manchester City played in that second round. So we have to move on to round 3. Burnley then saw off Crystal Palace in their second match. As for Manchester City, they drew 2-2 with Reading but prevailed 5-4 on penalties. In round 4, Burnley beat Norwich by a goal to 0, and Manchester City saw off Arsenal in the big game, 2-1 at the Etihad. In the quarter-finals, Burnley beat Leicester City 1-0. Manchester City saw off Brentford in their match, and then Burnley thrashed Luton Town 5-2 over 2 legs. As for Man City, they thrashed Forest 5-1 in aggregate. So both sides scored 5 in the semi-finals, and that means we got this final today at Wembley. And can John Stutzy win it the day before his birthday? What a remarkable achievement this could be if he won the cup, right? What a lovely birthday present that would be. Burnley have never won the League Cup. Manchester City have won it 3 times in 70, 76 and 2014. Burnley, this is their first ever final. So it's uncharted territory for Burnley, and let's hope they do themselves justice against Manchester City, who have been performing below expectations in the Premier League. That's for sure. Down in 6th place. But Burnley, you would make the slight favourites because of their league form and the way they've been playing recently. They've had that reverse against Besiktas in the Champions League, but that's still retrievable in the second leg next month. But let's get over to Wembley and to an 80,000 crowd who are going to watch this League Cup final. Burnley's first final, of course, against Manchester City, who have won it 3 times before. Enjoy the game. It should be a cracker. Let's get over to Wembley for the Capital One Cup final for 2018. Good afternoon and welcome to the League Cup final as the two teams emerge from the tunnel past that famous rehandled trophy. City have won it 3 times before: 1970, 1976 and 2014, 4 years ago. Burnley, this is their first time in this final, and they're going to have to try and watch Kevin De Bruyne, who scored 3 in his last 3 games. But they've got their strongest possible 11 out. I'm sure Manchester City and Manuel Pellegrini will go out with their best of intentions to try and win themselves this afternoon. Let's have a look at the two teams, starting with Burnley. Tom Eaton is the goalkeeper. Trippier, Shawcross, Stones and Galloway the first choice back 4. Rodriguez, Bojan, Hughes and Redmond the midfield 4. And it's Balotelli and Danny Ings up front for Burnley today. Let's have a look at that Manchester City side. It's Joe Hart in goal. A back 4 of Pablo Zabaleta, Marcelo, Otamendi and Mangala, Sterling, Pogba, the £50 million man, De Bruyne, Toure and Navas, and it's Tommy Muller up front. So it's very strong lineups for this League Cup final. Good weather for this final, and Mario Balotelli appearing against his former side. Referee today, Michael Oliver from County Durham. He takes charge of the League Cup final for the first time in his refereeing career. So we're all set to go, as referee Oliver then from County Durham gets this Football League Cup final, the Capital One Cup final away, and it's Burnley kicking off, going to the right hand of the goal. And it's Trippier straight to Balotelli, ex-Manchester City of course. Yaya Toure with the interception for Manchester City. De Bruyne. The team of Manchester City's immense quality. They should be higher in the league table than 6th place. They've had a really bad season in league terms. Here's Balotelli out to the far side, and Jay Rodriguez has scored that magnificent goal against Fulham. Crossing there towards Balotelli, but it's easy for Joe Hart. Hughes just out jumping Muller, and it came through the stones. Now Hughes. Redmond cutting from the right hand side, and he'll try the shot, and Hart didn't hold it the first time and wasn't under any great deal of pressure anyway as he gathered on the loose ball, although Balotelli had half an eye on it. Oh, what a good bit of play from Balotelli. City just can't get out of their own half at the moment. Balotelli with a lovely deep cross, and Ings! And what a superb start for Burnley! Danny Ings! And the Burnley supporters go mad here at Wembley. 13 minutes gone in the League Cup final, and it's 1-0 to Burnley. And Balotelli is the provider, and Danny Ings sinks the header past Joe Hart, who should have done a lot better really to be beaten at his near post. The England keeper will be disappointed, but what a fantastic start for the Clarets. Burnley 1, Manchester City 0, and Danny Ings gets his third goal in the competition. And Burnley lead by a goal to 0, 13 minutes on the clock. And they're now leading in a final which they've never been to before, for a trophy they've never won in their history. And it's been almost 140 odd years, their history. They've never been to this final in that illustrious history. They've won the Charity Shield and the Community Shield. They've won the FA Cup. But here's Paul Pogba now for Burnley. Paul Pogba! Well, for Manchester City rather. Paul Pogba there, the £50 million man. Real opportunity there for City to get themselves back in this final. And Pogba fluffed his lines, and a goal kick. Heaton then with the kick for Burnley. It's found De Bruyne for Manchester City. Now Touré. Zabaleta, Bojan in there. Two very evenly matched sides, really slugging it out here in this League Cup final. Stars everywhere you look on both sides. It's just an absolute pleasure to be here today. Here's Hughes. On towards Balotelli, but Rodriguez takes over. Jay Rodriguez, and it's just wide. Well, Jay Rodriguez has scored that wonder goal against Fulham in the FA Cup 5th round a couple of weeks ago. Well, he almost repeated the trick again. He had Joe Hart scrambling away to his left, and didn't miss the post by much there. City trail 1-0 in the League Cup final of 2018. Here's De Bruyne. On to Tommy Muller. Now Tommy Muller, he'll attack the German, and a good cross in there, and what a good piece of defending by the right wing player Redmond. He got it out the way, and this is the goal that separates the sides. Danny Ings with a super header, but Joe Hart will be disappointed about his positioning on that goal. Come on City, it's the cry from those 40,000 City fans who are congregated behind Tom Heaton's goal in the first half. This is at the City end of the ground. De Bruyne with the corner for the blue half of Manchester. It comes out towards Nicolas Otamendi. Played it in there towards Tommy Muller. Turned away, skipped away from Galloway, and a shot by Jesus Navas. He's into the City fans behind that goal, and it's a goal kick to Burnley. And they've wasted 2 or 3 good opportunities now, Manchester City, and they still trail. Heaton with a kick for Burnley, who lead through that goal from Danny Ings, that header on 13 minutes. But wait a moment, here's Yaya Touré. Muller, good tackle. Ryan Shawcross, that was a superb tackle, and he had to time it perfectly, and he did just that. And now Balotelli at the other end for Burnley here, and against his own side. Hughes going in, and it's it wide. Oh, what a first half we've been treated to here at Wembley. Oh, Hughes will be disappointed he didn't score from there, but a great save from Hart to deny Balotelli in the first instance. And that's probably kept City in this final. Coming up towards the latter stages of the first half. That 13th minute goal from Danny Ings the difference. But here's Jesus Navas. He's got one way in the centre, and that was Raheem Sterling. And he got his header all wrong. And a goal kick to Burnley. City do look a threat when they do go forward, there's no doubt about it. Pogba with a header. Now De Bruyne. On to Yaya Toure. Excellent challenge by Galloway. The back four of Burnley have been absolutely superb today so far in this opening 44 minutes. A bit lucky there, it fell for Bojan, who tried a shot, and Joe Hart having to turn that away, and Burnley will settle for the corner. Bojan against his old club, of course. Not just Balotelli facing his old side, but Bojan as well. Balotelli with the corner then for Burnley. Over the top from Willie Hughes. It may have been Redmond was in there too, but it was Hughes' shot, and it just blew over, but not by much, that's for sure. We're to 300 minutes at the end of the first half. A half that's been fairly even Stevens in terms of chances for both sides. As referee Michael Oliver brings the first half to the close, and Burnley are the ones who are heading towards the silverware. A goal made by Mario Balotelli and nodded in by Danny Ings, and Burnley have the lead 1-0 at Wembley. Welcome back to Wembley as we see a half-time change from Manchester City. David Silva comes on to replace Kevin De Bruyne, which is quite an odd change really for Pellegrini to make, but he's gambling with the Spaniard, and away we go again in the second half. So the Belgian gone off and the Spaniard on. No changes for John Stutzy's Burnley, who lead by a Danny Ings goal to 0, and the second half is underway. City attacking the goal to our right. Here's Yaya Toure with the first opportunity to gather into the penalty box and fire his shot just over the crossbar. Eaton would have been struggling perhaps if the shot had been destined to go into the top far corner. Eaton this time deciding to go long. Burnley were out dominated in possession. Oh, that's not going to help. Hughes giving that one away, and Thomas Muller will pounce upon that one for Manchester City. Good tackle there by Trippier. Now Stones can bring it away. Rodriguez. Otamendi with a challenge. Now Bojan, that's a good ball, and Ings is inexplicably bunny hopped it over the ball, and in the end it's run straight for Joe Hart. Instead of bunny hopping over the ball, he could have just took control of it. I don't understand why he jumped over the ball there, Danny Ings. That was inexplicable. I don't know. Maybe it's the occasion that got to him. I don't know. Here he is now on the ball. His goal is the difference right now. And it's Jay Rodriguez looking to hit another right foot special, but it's blocked away for a corner of Pablo Zabaleta. We're heading towards an hour mark here at Wembley. And at the moment, Burnley are destined to win the cup for the first time in their history, the League Cup. So Thomas Muller comes on. Hasn't really been as expected as what Pellegrini would have liked, but Sergio Aguero, who of course, need I remind you, is the stepson of Diego Maradona, comes on to try and rescue the situation for Manchester City. But they've a corner to defend here, taken by Nathan Redmond. Hart has covered it, missed it, and it's almost a pinball machine. The ball was bobbing around in there like a pinball in the pinball machine there. I'll tell you with his throw then. Knocked away by Sterling, but only as far as Trippier. Trippier's little dink cross. Mangala gets it away for Manchester City. Now Sergio Aguero. On towards Jesus Navas. Slipped away from Brendan Galloway as if he didn't exist. And here is Aguero now. Stones to meet him. Cross deflected off Stones, and it comes away again. Here's Mario Balotelli up towards Danny Ings. Sergio Aguero. Zabaleta. Just under 25 minutes to go. Ball forward, and it's David Silva, and now was the chance for City to get the equaliser. And David Silva did everything right but put the shot wide, and Burnley escape. Tony Cruz is about to come on, their final change for Yaya Toure. Pellegrini's men have played the aces now. Now they must deliver if they're going to have any interest in winning this League Cup for a fourth time. Burnley still have the lead thanks to that 13th minute Danny Ings goal. And here's Balotelli. Oh, he's away from Mangala. What a chance now to City. Oh! Oh, you'd have backed him 99 times out of 100 in that position normally, but he left it. He sliced the shot. Let off for Man City. And still they have half a chance of getting back into this final. City at 1-0 down, even with a quarter, just under 20 minutes to go. Anything's still possible. Certainly we got a £50 million player like Paul Pogba around. Otamendi to Marcelo. Pogba, Otamendi, back to Pogba again. Burnley just can't get the ball off him at the moment. And Mangala playing it forward, and Heaton kept that in remarkably well. Could have let that go for a goal kick, but he wants to get on with the game. Fair play to him, but he's giving it away though to Silva. And here's Raheem Sterling. Galloway in with a challenge. Shawcross now can bring it away. One Burnley player went tumbling. Now Hughes, and the flag has stayed down. And this time Balotelli. Can he make this? Can he make it two this time? No, he's in the post. Ings has done it. With 10 minutes to go. Burnley have won the League Cup for sure now. Barring a City, memorable City comebacks. Burnley are having their name etched on the Football League Cup for the first time in their history, because Danny Ings has thrust it in, and Burnley are 2 up. Balotelli hit the post, and it came back to Ings, who gets his second of the afternoon. And Burnley now have got one hand on that famous three-handled trophy. 2-0, and no missed chances for Manchester City have come back to haunt them now. Well, Otamendi. City now must show some character now. They've got to score twice in 5 minutes to force extra time. Galloway. Hughes. Bojan. Balotelli. Now then, he's got a chance here now. Can he cap his performance with a Wembley goal? Yes! He's done it! Against his old side! And that settles it for sure now. 3-0! And Burnley are going to win the League Cup for the first time in their history. And Joe Hart's goalkeeping again, as he was on the first one. Very suspect. But he won't bother Mario Balotelli. He loves to put one in his own club. He did it in the league game. He's done it again this afternoon. Danny Ings, the 2-goal hero as well. Salutes him. It's his 6th goal in the League Cup this season. I think, I might be wrong, he might be top scorer in that now. Well, what a finish. I don't think for one moment that this was a one-sided game, because it's far from that. City have dominated for a lot of periods and have had more than their fair share of opportunity to get themselves a goal, and Silva heading one straight in the arms of Eaton. Final whistle! Burnley have won it! They win the League Cup for the first time in their history. Manchester City and Paul Pogba, the £50 million man, it just wasn't their afternoon. It was Burnley's. Danny Ings with 2 goals, one either side of half-time. And then Balotelli right at the end, making the scoreline 3-0. It was a close sport game, but the difference was Burnley took their chances that were on offer and City didn't. And that is the harsh reality for Manchester City. And Burnley now have got the first leg in place of a possible possible quadruple. There's still a bit to do in the Champions League, however, against Besiktas, trailing 2-0 from the first leg in that one, and you'll be able to see that with us. But but we need not worry about that now, as Captain Tom Heaton receives the cup from Craig Clark, the chairman of the Football League. Burnley win the League Cup for the first time in their history. A proud moment, and the first leg of the possible quadruple is now very much in place. A proud captain there, a proud goalkeeper, kept a clean sheet. Really didn't have much to do as City were blazing shots over his crossbar left, right and centre. There's the 2-goal man Danny Ings, and Balotelli there. They'll celebrate long into the night. So Burnley get their hands on the first major silverware of the domestic season. They've beaten Manchester City by 3-0 then in this League Cup final, and complete the first leg of a possible quadruple. As we leave you at Wembley, Burnley rather, beaten Manchester City by 3-0. Well, what a fabulous, fabulous afternoon at Wembley. I very much enjoyed the game. And Burnley, who won the Community Shield at the start of the season 3-0 against City's rivals United, would have done the same to Manchester City now, and have beaten Pellegrini's men 3-0, and didn't Ings take his goals well. First goal, goalkeeper at fault, and the third one for Balotelli, the goalkeeper again. You could probably put the blame on his door once more, but Burnley will be winners and win the League Cup for the very first time in their history. 3-0 winners against the Manchester City side who had chances. Let's be honest, they did have chances, but they didn't take them when they were on offer to them, and Burnley did, and that was the difference, you see. So the Clarets, the winners of the first trophy of the season. That is it from ourselves for this episode anyway. I hope you've enjoyed today's League Cup final. I'm very pleased that you have. Now we've got a double header coming your way. One game to be played at we've got a double header coming your way, but I think we've just got time to maybe bring you some FA Cup replay results, because I don't think we'll have time to show them in our next episode. So we have reached the cup quarterfinals. So what we'll do is show you the draw for the quarterfinals, because the draw's been made. So I think it's about time that we have a look at that and see that just quickly then. So the replays. West Ham went through on penalties after a 2-2 draw at the Emirates, so West Ham are in now in the quarterfinals. Brighton have knocked out Bolton in the other replay, and Watford, who saw off Championship runaway leaders Everton in the other replay. So the quarterfinal draw is this. Burnley will play Manchester City again in a repeat of today's League Cup final, and it's at Turf Moor. You'll be able to see the whole match, all match from Turf Moor. It's a repeat. The second quarter-final is a repeat in the 1983 final between Manchester United and Brighton at Old Trafford this time. On All London Derby for the third quarter-final as Tottenham take on West Ham at White Hart Lane. And finally at Stamford Bridge, it's Chelsea take on Watford. So 4 magnificent, tasty quarter-finals there for us to enjoy. Brighton, in actual fact, are the only non-Premier League team still left in this season's FA Cup. Well, that's it for us. As I said to you prior to bringing you the cup draw news, we have Southampton next, and then Chelsea. There are the double headers, and then we've got 2 big games for you that we're going to bring every kick. And in the next episode, it's Besiktas, and in the episode after that, Manchester City in that FA Cup quarter-final. So those 2 games, the Besiktas game and the City game, will show in one. They'll both get an episode to themselves each, so we'll devote 1 episode each to them. Then another double header against home to Crystal Palace and away at the Emirates, and then it all depends on how far we get in the FA Cup and the European Cup. But the League Cup has been won today, has been won well by the Clarets by 3-0. I very much hope you've enjoyed the coverage of that final, and enjoyed every moment of it. I certainly have enjoyed it. Burnley have won the League Cup for the first time. Keep subscribing. My voice is almost broken now. Keep subscribing, keep watching, because this is going to be an explosive end of the season in terms of cup-tie football and the European football. I'm looking forward to the Besiktas game, because that's going to be exciting, having to come back from 2 down. And very tough as well. But I hope very much you've enjoyed today. Until next time, we'll see you very soon. Take care. Ta-ra now. Bye-bye. Captain Tom Heaton receives the cup from Craig Clark, the chairman of the Football League. Burnley win the League Cup for the first time in their history.